Hello, ITTC. This is Steve, and you're watching Smoking Cardboard. Smoking one of my 10 for 10 blends. The, what's it called? London Burley Blend by Mac Baren. This is my second smoke of it, and I'm smoking it in my Morgan Bones paneled Levant 9 mil pipe. And I'm drinking some black tea, my Eric C. Smoke Pipes pipe, or cup. I really like my black tea, and I like how well it goes with tobacco. My lighter is almost out, it looks like. I was just thinking how I don't understand Zippos. The idea that some of these people have to fill it up every single time they smoke or every other day or whatever. For me, if I need a Zippo to light my pipe, then it's too windy anyway. I guess I'm picky like that. Find somewhere else where it's not so windy. I won't enjoy my pipe as well. I don't know. I tried using it once because Jason's kind enough to give me a Zippo, and I felt handicapped. I'm like burning myself. So maybe it's just a steep problem. Well, I can tell I'm starting to come down with something, scratchy throat. So definitely real smart smoking a pipe and filming it for you guys all. But I don't know. I figure I might not be able to smoke a pipe for a while. Might as well enjoy it now. The front end. Life's been real busy this last week. We've had a family we do respite for, two toddlers. We normally do it every one weekend a month, and they went on vacation, so we watched them for a whole week, and today was the last day of watching them, so it's been limiting. And when the things when we can do and stuff like that. Had my birthday this past week, and I knew it was over that time, but it was kind of a bummer that can't really do anything because you got 6 kids and 2 of them are toddlers that are crazy. That being said, my wife did let me sleep in, which I'm grateful for. It seems to be a highlight of my week now. A day I can sleep in. I am not one of those people that can't sleep in. I can definitely sleep in. I wake up at the same time almost every day except for the weekend, and I, I can sleep about 4 hours longer than I normally would. This one's pretty tasty. It's it kind of feels like this caramely, almost cocoa sweet topping is kind of in the forefront. And it's not because it's super powering, but because the blend's pretty mild, medium mild to begin with, so it's not hard to be in the front. Picked this blend because I heard rumors that from someone, I can't remember who, that maybe they were going to put it out in another release, which doesn't surprise me. And so I wanted to see if I should get more. I already have a couple other tins. I think my first inclination would be, no, I wouldn't get more. In fact, this year, I don't know. It's early, but I'm not sure. I'll probably buy something this year for tobacco. But if I do, I kind of would want it to be like of things that I really, really like rather than buying something I haven't tried before. And after sorting through most tobaccos, I feel like I could definitely take a year off of buying anything. But we'll see. We'll see. One of the blends that I really like is still inexpensive some places. And that's the Wessex Classic Virginia. I really like that blend. And you can still find it for about $10 or $11 a tin. So that if I was going to buy any tobacco, it'd probably be that one where it's still affordable. And not, I'm talking about for hoarding purposes, affordable. I kind of laugh a little bit how our barometer for how much tobacco costs gets thrown off so much. See a tin for $15, $18, and go, oh man, I don't know. You get a $10 cigar, no problem. One and done. Might not even like it. But for me, it's not cigars. It would be equivalent would be uh, beer, where that's gone up quite a bit in price. If you could get besides the mainline lagers, it seems like the best you can do is $1 a beer. Most of them are $2. Some of them are up to like $4. Where I'm at, I know other places it's even higher than that, but so that's a little tricky. But it's a little easier to spend that sometimes because my wife's so much more on board with that than pipe tobacco. But I'm not hoarding beer for a rainy day. Can't do that. It'd go bad. Except for the really high ABV stuff. I know there's beer hoarders out there. We just, I don't know. My wife got a Belgian quad that was like 12%. I think she had the first one, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is so much. So much flavor, so much alcohol, 12%. So crazy. And I think our immediate reaction was kind of, I just don't want to drink it now. Let's get rid of it. But we must have given one of the beers to a friend that's really into beer. And then two we hung on to. And that was in 2020 when we bought those. About 6 months ago, one of my friends found one of the two beers in our fridge and said, can I have this? I should go for it. And he loved it. He loved it so much. He's like, can I have the other one? I was like, oh, we're gonna try it. So um, last night we I broke it and cracked it open and made my wife enjoy it. It was good. I have no idea how much the age of the beer had an effect on it. I don't have a fresh one to compare it to, but it had dates and molasses in it, and that sweet. It was kind of like a umami dessert type thing, and it was really giving off these food because it was so rich. It was very interesting. Just one of those things where you want just 4 ounces max, unless you're like my friend and can handle all of that and not be palate fatigued. That would fatigue my palate so much. Oh, I can't do that. I was going to talk about something. I was going to talk about how do I skirt around what I was going to say. Essentially, um, we have a very strong tendency to consider things around us with preconceived notions or already made up ideas that we're kind of impressing on the information we're learning, whether that be people, stories, nature, like objects in the world. And it's kind of interesting because um, we kind of sometimes pride ourselves in our ability to not do that. Be good discerners of truth. And I think we do ourselves a little bit of a disfavor if we think that way, that we're good discerners of truth. Because I think kind of giving ourselves more credit than we deserve. I notice that even with my kids. I hear an argument, some kids are wrestling and fighting or whatever, and I have a tough time discerning the truth of what my kids are saying. Kids are saying contradicting things. And what do I do now? One of my kids is telling the truth, or are neither telling the truth. Do I side with one of them? Do I punish them both? It's very tricky. And I know that a lot of times I'm trying to just deal with the situation and make it go away. But I also want to teach. But when everyone's so worked up, it's really hard to teach. And so it's only when you start drilling down that you start to hear the truth out of the kids. Sometimes a version of it. And I realized my preconceived notions of who was at fault was wrong sometimes. Other times it was right. But almost always it was I overreacted to the situation. But I think it can be the same thing with my wife, how I respond to myself, how I respond to the things that I consume from different media, social media, at work, conversations, leading. And I guess that's why wise people are often good at listening, because sometimes it takes asking good questions and being a good observer to decipher what is true, or at least question it when it's worth questioning. Anyway, guess I was thinking about uh, I mean, the worst that can happen is that you're more confirmed in the thing that you believe is true. If you start processing it better. All right, enough said. I'll probably go now. See you in a week, hopefully. This weekend I'll be all by myself. My wife is going on a trip. Found out just today that tomorrow my daughter's going to be in an honors band concert. So I'm going to have to uh, be ready for that. I was not ready. Didn't even know it. And then, yeah, hopefully this weekend goes well. Hopefully whatever I have stays minor. Seems like my kids are all starting to get the same thing. So hopefully we all recover quickly. Anyway, talk to you later. Have a great evening, day, morning. Talk to you later.